Um, I've been consistently training Jiu-Jitsu for about 2.5, 3 years. Prior to that, I had dabbled because I had fought MMA and Thai boxing. So I've done martial arts for about 10 years, but consistently Jiu-Jitsu for only about 2.5 to 3. I use training videos quite often to just understand the technique, understand the flow. I'm more of a visual learner, so when I'm watching these videos, it gives me an idea of hand placement. I do a lot of movement drills, so for solo drills, I can kind of recreate some of those by watching these videos and understanding my hand goes here, my hip goes here, or my foot goes here, and try to slowly recreate that. So it's pretty frequent that I do that because I work full time, I go to school full time, and I'm here as much as possible. I use Trapp to freshen up on the techniques that we use day in and day out. So for the blue belt test, we had a certain set of techniques that we needed to know, and I need refreshers on where do I put my hand, where do I put my foot, where do I move to, how do I underhook a head, because there's finer details that when I'm not here that I don't get, and because I don't necessarily always make it to fundamentals, it helps me kind of bring that back into my game because I don't get to see that on a daily basis. I would definitely recommend Trapp BJJ for any white belt to train towards their blue belt. I would say don't specifically look at just the blue belt techniques, right? There's a whole library of content there for everybody to use. There's a lot of free content, and there's also content that, hey, maybe you'll find a move that works for you, because the drill wasn't necessarily, certain drills don't work for certain body types, so maybe you'll find something that actually pertains to your body type. I was a Trapp user for about a month prior to this, and then I started using it heavily probably the past 2 weeks to really start for my blue belt test. I was just dabbling initially, but it definitely was very, very helpful. I thought it was actually a great platform because I've tried other platforms, and I've tried also YouTube videos. That doesn't work. It doesn't give you hand placement, it doesn't give you a foot placement, and it doesn't give you where your hip goes, and it's not as in depth. There definitely were some points, especially when I was doing my dump belt test, that I knew I was going to struggle on, and I wish I had more time, but I'm on a time constraint right now, so I didn't necessarily get that opportunity.